This is the future. We are living the future now with this. It is fantastic. One of the reasons we're using Disguise is because it can tie into that Unreal Engine really, really nicely. So we have, over in the second room over here, we've got a couple of machines running edits in real time that we can push straight through into Disguise and straight onto the LED wall for the creatives straight away. There's no lag, there's no, go send it off the post and, and hope for the best.
Ada Valley Tech has been great here. Literally just everybody has been great and really just guiding us through the process of what this is. So only a couple of days ago I started learning about RenderStream and Disguise, and these are programs I actually never heard before. It's interesting, obviously coming from a game background, all you're learning is game engines, and now we're trying to figure out a way to combine a game engine with production, film production, and it's culminating somewhere here. So I think even from our side, we're teaching them some stuff as well, which I think is, it's an interesting dynamic that we've all got going on.
This is the first virtual production thing I've ever done, and it's an amazing opportunity to have, so we're very thankful. And we've been so impressed, I think, by the technology, the scale of what can happen, and also finding out, working with the tech team, that a lot of the stuff we're trying to do has not necessarily been tried before sometimes, and we're often finding working ways of doing things that are new to the technology as well. So that's interesting, to be working on new stuff that hasn't sort of been standardized by the industry yet.
Well, I think the way that the game engine, Unreal, is working in this pipeline, I mean, you're basically a digital art department, and there's been many times on set where we have been able to fine-tune composition literally over the walkie-talkie, as simple as moving a tree forward or backwards, and moving a tiny position of a light. It just can make your shots much more harmonious in a really, really rapid way. And that would be something that would have to have been a to and fro process in post-production. Whereas in virtual production, it happens right there, right then.
So Multi-Edit is an Unreal system in itself, and we're working with RenderStream, which is another. They're two third-party companies to each other. And so it's like trying to get Lego to work with Mega Bloks. You've got to have like a conversion piece in the middle. And I think the reason it's working is for the expertise and professionalism of the whole team.
Seeing my work on a massive screen like that is pretty insane. It's been a fantastic learning experience, and it's interesting seeing how even though it looks good on a computer screen, as soon as it gets on the wall, it can look completely different.
Just seeing it on a screen somewhere else doesn't give you the full image. So a lot of it has to sort of happen in studio. So we've been looking at the virtual cameras that we've placed and realizing that they're not where we want them, the lighting's wrong, the height's wrong. We've also understood that there's a huge amount of communication that goes through all the different bits of software, such as Disguise. Seeing it up on a wall is the most important thing.
They've had the chance to use real top-of-the-range equipment that they wouldn't have had their hands on at the university, and the same equipment that is used in industry. So they're getting their hands on the tools, they're learning the workflows, they're learning the language, and they're learning the way that things go wrong, and the way to be patient on set, and the way to rapidly prototype, which is one of the most exciting things with virtual production.
Shout out to Moses, absolutely fantastic. So the camera tracking that we've got a star field, a cluster in the ceiling, and we've got a camera physically mounted to our camera, so a tracking camera mounted to our actual shooting camera. And inside we've got some very advanced mathematics going on to calculate exactly where the camera is, where the lens is, where the cluster field is. And from that, we get a real-time 3D location of where our camera is. And we're feeding that information from Moses into Disguise, and then through RenderStream, where that data is also being fed into Unreal. So from Moses in the real world, it's coming into Disguise, into Unreal, and we're manipulating cameras in real time, which is something that wouldn't be possible a few years ago.
Everybody has been great. So Matt, especially, he's been really helping us out, and so I've got to give a lot of credit to him, because we're just doing the Unreal side. Literally, he's actually the one where everybody is getting the content up on the wall. They're supplying us with the kit and really just guiding us through the process of what this is.
The Rogue BP2V2 is a perfect panel for the job. It gives us curving capability, and not to mention the color correcting that it can do as well. We have a very, very powerful tool set with the color correction provided by Brompton Processing that allows us to match what the creatives need for the shot, that can then be carried through right the way through the filming. With other panels, they might have higher shaders. And so these panels, having the shaders that are integrated at a similar level to the pixels, gives you a really wide viewing angle. So when you're shooting and you're doing stuff, especially for film and TV, it gives you more creative control over where you can place those cameras.
We didn't understand the scale, first of all, of Anna Valley and the industry in virtual production. We didn't realise how much Anna Valley really do. It's a huge company, providing a lot of support in LED walls and screens. And then in here we've had access to like industry standard levels of set, which we're really impressed with. So we've got dressing rooms for our actors, ounces of studio space, and the tech team we've all met are super hard working. They've all been incredible. They answer everything we need. They're helpful with, we're all working together. We're all super impressed, honestly.